Hi, I'm Elizabeth with Oliver Smith Jeweler. I'm back with George Reed today, and we are recapping what we saw from Panerai at Watches and Wonders 2022. We are back from Geneva. We had some great food, some good wine, and we got to see some cool watches.
Some amazing watches, yeah. It was great for me, having done this for some time. I had never gone to Basel. I'd never gone to Watches and Wonders. I mean, the past 2 years, I guess it wasn't even an option. But so it was great to get over there, say hi to everybody again face to face. It was just really kind of heartwarming to go over and just see everybody again. It was fun.
Yeah, that really was the highlight of it. And of course, we were so excited to check out Panerai and the new releases.
Yeah.
And I will say, let it be known, if you watched our previous video of our Panerai predictions for 2022, George got something right.
I did, yeah.
He did something right.
44 millimeter submersible one. We kind of knew that was coming, but they did one in white. I'm so excited. My phone has been ringing off the hook since that got released. Everybody wants it, as we expected. It's the perfect watch and the perfect size. So get one if you can, because they're going to be going fast.
And that we've reviewed the 42 millimeter version of this watch.
Yep.
And I just love that white and black combination. The lume markers almost look like polka dots to me, kind of with the black trim. I think in like the best way. It's just really clean.
Well, and to me, it was like Panerai's done white before, but this was different. It's a matte white. It's a Panerai white. It's a Panerai in white, which before it was always the outlier. And now I think it's really been brought into the fold.
So this year's theme for Panerai was the Submersible. I was a little surprised by that because we just had that theme a year or two ago.
You know, it seems like that. I think it was 4 years ago. I think they've actually gone through everything. But yeah, time's weird now, as you guys know.
You're probably right. And the 44 millimeter size is back. That was the big announcement. And there's a new name for it. It is the QuarantaQuattro.
I think you nailed it. All my New Jersey Italians, please feel free to comment, crucify us on our pronunciation. But yeah, they've gone to their Italian roots. They're referring to the Italian names for a lot of these things now, which I think is great. And embrace the culture with which you come from. But it's a little hard rolling off of this tongue. I'm having a hard time with it.
These Americans are having a hard time, but we're giving it our best shot.
Absolutely.
It's 44.
Yep, 44.
Italian.
Yep.
And a couple different watches in this collection. We've got kind of sort of like our standard submersibles in your steel, but the eSteel.
The eSteel,
was the one that really stole the show.
Well, I love the thought of doing these sustainable watches. Panerai's not alone in this, but I really think they're at the forefront, at least as far as my radar goes. And I think they're doing it better than most. They're getting closer to a completely sustainable watch. And what was they saying by 2025?
Yes. 2025, 30% of their collection will be all made from recycled materials.
That's awesome. And besides the eSteel being sustainable and good for the environment and all that, it's beautiful, man. It's some of the best looking watches I think they've ever done. They're not reinventing the wheel with this. They're just making it better. The glosses, the dials, the bezels are just so cool.
Really pretty. And a big stretch for Panerai to have this much color, especially the colored bezel we've never seen before. But
the graduated dials, I think
it's time. Like everyone's embracing color right now. It's time to get out of your house and have some fun, especially with your watches.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I love to see it, and I think the green will be an instant sellout.
I don't know if I'm going to get a green to put in the case. Quite frankly, I completely agree. Green's been the new blue for a minute now, and this specific one is spectacular. Everybody did a green this year. Patek did one that if there's such a thing as too green, the Patek might be too green. That was
we saw a lot of green.
A shock of green, yeah. But I think the Panerai QuarantaQuattro in green is one of the best I saw out there. And then that grayscale, that kind of gray one they did, really kind of hit me in a way. I didn't know I was going to fall for that one as hard as I did. So it might, for me personally, it might be a race between that one and the white.
That one, they did the 44 millimeter in the eSteel too with the grayscale. Yeah. And photos, it was like, okay, great, cool. Yeah. In person, I love that colorway. It looks really nice and really fresh.
Yeah, it really hit hard. Yeah.
that one for sure. Also worth noting the 1232, which is the Carbotech.
Yeah.
Blue Abisso is what they're calling it.
Yeah, absolutely stunning. And I just for me, I just want to touch on it real quickly because when I was coming up, the Submersible was 44. You know, the PAM25, the PAM24, you know, titanium steel, that kind of a thing. And that just completely went away. And this is the first time we're seeing the 1950 case in 44 millimeter, and they're embracing it front to back. I mean, they're doing everything they can think of with this one, including the Carbotech. That was a bit of a surprise for me.
Really?
Yeah. Well, it kind of touched on the other thing I kind of wanted to see, which was an old school Panerai in a modern material. It wasn't exactly like a PAM088 in Carbotech, but it was something really cool and along those lines. So, and it's just a knock. I mean, the black and blue, you can't go wrong.
It was all over my Instagram. The black and blue combo. That Carbotech makes the watch so light. You've got the striations, the rings around the case are really beautiful.
Yeah, it's like a fingerprint too. Yeah, each one's unique. Yeah, just super cool stuff.
Outside of just watch announcements, Panerai has continued their commitment to sustainability with the Ocean Literacy Program. So this is a program they're bringing to 100 universities, and they're teaching students about how luxury brands can still have a commitment to the environment and to sustaability. So that'll be interesting to see how that rolls out.
I love it for that. I mean, it's one thing to put the watch together, but to really put your capital behind that and create a movement, I think is it's bravo, Panerai. You've done a really, really good job with that. We appreciate it.
Yeah, I agree with that too. Awesome. So make sure to subscribe. There are some more Panerai releases coming out this year. We'll post as they go.
Some really cool stuff. We can't quite talk about yet. I'm super stoked, but yeah.
And make sure to leave us a comment if there's anything else you'd like to see. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, guys.